Welcome back to the Tom and Julia podcast, where we talk about the real, messy, confusing parts of life that no one explains.
And today, we're diving into something everyone feels but rarely confronts. Are you living the life you actually want, or just the one that happened to you?
Most people don't choose their life directly. They slide into it. One decision for convenience, one decision for safety, one decision to avoid conflict, and suddenly, 10 years pass.
Yes, life shapes itself around habits, not dreams. Around fear, not desire. Around what's expected, not what's true. We don't wake up and say, I want a life that drains me. But it becomes that way piece by piece, quietly.
There's a hidden pressure to be normal. Get the job, follow the timeline, live like everyone else.
And the moment you want something different, even something small, people react like you're breaking a rule no one told you about. But the pressure isn't evil. It's just old. It's built by society, family expectations, survival instincts, and sometimes by our own insecurity.
You know, Julia, what always shocks me is how losing yourself doesn't feel like losing something. It feels normal. It feels like you're just adjusting or being flexible or being responsible. But little by little, your identity starts to fade. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly, like a dimmer switch turning down 1% at a time.
Exactly. People think losing yourself happens in a single moment, like a crisis or a big decision. But no, it happens in the 1,000 tiny choices you make because you don't want to cause conflict. You don't want to disappoint someone. You don't want to look difficult or emotional or selfish.
You say yes when you actually want to say no. You show up when you're exhausted. You agree just to keep the peace. You pretend you're okay because you think being strong means staying silent.
And the wild thing is, people applaud you for it. You're so reliable. You're always there. You never complain. But what they're really praising is the version of you that's slowly disappearing.
Yeah, and the person you actually are, they get pushed further and further into the background. Until one day you look at your life and think, this doesn't feel like me anymore. Who did I become?
I think one of the most heartbreaking ways we lose ourselves is when we stop trusting our own desires. You start second-guessing what you love. You shrink your dreams to fit other people's comfort. You hide your opinions to avoid being judged.
And it doesn't hurt at first. It feels like you're being easygoing. It feels like you're doing the right thing. But the cost is your identity.
Sometimes it starts even earlier, in childhood. If you grew up having to be the responsible one, or the quiet one, or the one who didn't cause trouble, you learn to disconnect from your own wants. You learn that being loved is connected to being small, being convenient, being predictable.
And as adults, we repeat that pattern without realizing it. We choose jobs that don't fit us because they're safe. We stay in relationships that drain us because they're good enough. We follow plans that aren't ours, living the life someone else imagined for us.
The hardest part? You don't even notice it happen. You look fine from the outside. You're functioning, working, smiling, doing what you're supposed to do. But on the inside, there's this quiet emptiness, a feeling that you're present, but not really living. You're performing.
Yeah, like you're playing a character you didn't audition for, a role you didn't choose.
And once you lose yourself far enough, you forget what your real voice sounds like. You forget what excites you. You forget what you want.
But here's the important part. Losing yourself doesn't mean you're broken. It means you adapted. It means you did what you had to do to survive a moment or a stage of life. And now, you get to learn who you are again.
Yes, losing yourself is not failure. It's a signal, a quiet invitation to come back home to yourself. And honestly, that's where the real journey begins. Yes, losing yourself is not failure. It's a signal, a quiet invitation to come back home to yourself. And honestly, that's where the real journey begins.
Everyone has a breaking point. Not a meltdown, but a moment where your soul whispers, this can't be all.
For some, it's burnout. For others, it's loneliness. For some, it's waking up and realizing you're living on autopilot. That moment hurts, but it's the doorway to change.
Here's the hardest part. Most people don't know what they want because they've never been asked.
Or worse, they've been told what they should want. The real life you desire is usually simple: more peace, more purpose, more time, more connection, more authenticity. But it takes honesty to admit it.
Here's the hardest part. Most people don't know what they want because they've never been asked.
Or worse, they've been told what they should want. The real life you desire is usually simple: more peace, more purpose, more time, more connection, more authenticity. But it takes honesty to admit it.
People aren't afraid of starting over. They're afraid of the consequences. What will people think? What if I fail? What if I lose everything?
And the real fear, the deepest one, is losing the identity you built to survive. But the life you want doesn't come from bravery, it comes from clarity.
People think the life they want is unrealistic, but usually it's very realistic. It just requires courage.
And here's the truth: your future self is begging you to stop settling, to stop shrinking, to stop living a life that doesn't feel like yours.
If you're listening right now, ask yourself, what part of my life feels chosen and what part feels inherited?
And remember, you don't need a dramatic restart. You just need one honest step toward a life that feels like home.
We believe in you, truly.
Before we move on, we just want to take a moment to say thank you. Really, thank you for being here with us, for listening, for giving us space in your day. We know your time and your attention are precious, and the fact that you choose to spend it with us, it means more than you realize.
Yes, and especially with a topic like this, losing yourself, finding yourself again. It's not easy. It touches wounds, memories, fears that people usually avoid. So the fact that you're still here, still listening, that already shows your strength. It shows your courage.
We don't take it for granted. Every episode, we imagine someone listening who might need to hear exactly these words. Maybe that someone is you. And if the conversation helps you even a little bit, makes you feel less alone, less confused, less stuck, then our job is done.
Thank you for trusting us with these moments of your life. Thank you for letting us be two voices in your ear, guiding you, supporting you, reminding you that you're not crazy for feeling the way you do. You're human, and you're growing.
We appreciate you. We see you. And we're grateful you're here with us today.
Okay, let's keep going.